After receiving the goods, let's check the leather first. There are two pieces of this big skin, but they're not exactly the same. There's one piece in the middle. There are a few more holes in this position. This is a large front leather, large leather on the back. There are no holes in this position. One piece for the front and one piece for the back. This one has 4 holes in the middle. This is the bottom skin. There is a bottom skin. And then there's these long strips of leather. This long strip of leather is one piece. This is 2 pieces of leather for the zipper. Shorter strips. There are 2 slightly wider ones and 2 slightly narrower ones. This is the longer strip. There are also 2 wider and 2 narrower. Two pieces of this leather. These 2 symmetries, but not exactly the same. Two pieces of this leather. There are holes like this in this position. This is 2 pieces of leather for the cover. This is a little strip. There are 2 larger holes in the middle. It's got a little pointy on the sides. There are 2 of them. It has 2 pairs of hardware, 2 nuts and 2 screws respectively. This screw is also this kind of cross. This is a leather for the back belt. 2 zippers for the back. You will also receive one of this. A small circle in this shape. Let's take a look at Wuji now. There is a pack of bottom nails, screwdriver. The combination of hardware and screws is a set. There are 4 sets. A thick round piece of hardware. The side looks like this. This thin gasket is 1. There is another lock like this. This is also A. There are also 3 small screws. This small screw corresponds to these 3 holes. I'm going to put this gasket down in a while. Tightened like this. There is another line. Small double-sided tape. And 2 finger cuts. And 2 needles. You need to prepare it yourself before sewing. Small scissors and lighter. First find the 2 pieces of leather that cover the bag. Put the reverse side of these 2 pieces of leather. Spliced together like this. Let's sew this little circle inside now. The length of the thread is 30 厘米. When threading, first put the thread through the pinhole normally. Then use the tip of the needle to stick in the middle of the line. Tighten both ends. It's fixed. The other end of the thread should also be threaded with a needle. After aligning the leather, take a needle first. You must align the leather here before sewing. You can wear it through any hole and thread. Then take another needle in the hole next to it. Take the needle from the first hole and pass it through the second hole. Go through the third hole. Take the needle from the second hole just now. Go through the third hole. Go through the 6th hole. So the 2 needles are sewn alternately. Now sew all the holes on both sides. Then sew 2 stitches back to fix it. Cut off the extra thread, but don't cut it too short here. Leave 2 or 3 millimeters for this small thread. Then burn it lightly with a lighter. That's it. Then I found 2 pieces of zipper cloth and these 2 small pieces of leather. Come and put double-sided tape on the zipper cloth. When sticking double-sided tape, this slider is facing up. That's not true. When sticking double-sided tape, this double-sided tape, take it to a more marginal position. Then stick it on top of this piece of leather. Stick it on the back of this leather. Here he has a small opening. The position of this opening should be the same as after closing. The direction of the slider is the same. Which direction is this slider? His little opening and I'm in that direction. When sticking double-sided tape, pay attention to this slider. Don't pull it out. If the pull head is real, if you accidentally pull it out, you can also put it back. After pulling it out like this, use this narrower head. Index finger push the back, then other fingers pinch the zipper cloth on both sides. Pull to both sides. So it's put back. But try not to pull this puller out. Just keep it at this edge position. Then come and sew here. Keep this direction. Take a look, this direction of the opening of the 2 skins. This opening is all towards the position of this big skin. If so, it's put upside down. This opening should face this direction of the bark. You can leave this hole alone for now and you sew the whole straight line straight from here. Put this piece of leather between the two large pieces of leather. So this paragraph like this. Same thing on the other side. In the same location. Take a look at the side and it looks like large pieces of leather clip the small piece of this zipper. Pay attention when sewing the zipper leather. Skip the first hole on the edge here. Skip this hole. Just sew this hole straight line. Now this zipper leather has one last hole. Or if there are more lines left, you can continue to sew down. The ones that continue to be sewn later are directly worn through the large leather. If there is more zipper cloth, you can wear zipper leather directly. Then sew to about this position. There's not much left. The length of the thread is different. Everyone may sew more than my position. A little bit longer or shorter. It doesn't matter. Just return the needle after using the thread. End of pin. Then put another piece here. or sew this paragraph in this direction. But when sewing this side, take a little more length off the line. The length of the wire should go from the first hole here too. Need to sew, just connect the whole circle. How much is left? You take 3 times the length of this section. Just sew this section on. It's all sewn here. This is what it looks like. And then you sew this. Remember to connect the previous section of the line as well. And you find this little piece of skin. And I put this piece of leather in this position. This little leather is a bit too much. This leather length, it is the same length as the zipper leather. Not this one, it's longer. The length of the thread is 60 厘米. Use this leather to press the zipper leather. This zipper leather still skips this hole. Sew a straight line directly. When placing, this zipper cloth needs to be padded under it. Otherwise, if you stab it, this double-sided tape will crack. I keep sewing this part. If it's not easy to sew here, you can pull this zipper open to sew. Then sew directly until the end is free. Sew 2 stitches backwards. Just wrap it up. There you go. After sewing, if this zipper still has this rough edge, use a lighter to gently burn this rough edge. This must be after sewing. Burn this rough edge again. Then follow the same method. Sew this side in the same way. Put it on both sides. This is what it looks like. And you pull out the skin. Fold this piece in half. Then come and sew this circle. 70 厘米 is enough for the length of the thread. Sew back and finish with 2 stitches. After sewing, take out these 2 pieces of hardware. Cut these 2 circles into these 2 holes. Then cover the top piece. Put this little screw on. Then use this cross screwdriver to screw it back. Pay attention here. If it is screwed in half, this screw uneven. You can pour it out and twist it again. There you go. Then the other side is also according to this method. Glue it with this. After sewing here, find the back of this leather. Big leather, this is the back, not the front. This front has a hole in the middle here. Here we use the leather on the back. Its uppermost straight part. To hold down this straight section. To sew, this piece of thread is 4 times the length of this piece of thread. Well, it has overlapping holes. Like here, where the holes overlap. Sew these 2 layers as 1 hole. Put it at the end here. Sew back and finish with 2 stitches. Everyone is sewing this. Here is the vacancy of the positive zipper teeth. Go directly. This zipper tooth may be punctured. You can go next to this zipper tooth. Sew it slightly tilted. Just skip it. The middle part is easier to sew. And that's it. Then find these two pieces of leather. The two pieces are the same size. It's a little bit wider on either side. The other side is a little narrower. Now let's sew something a little wider. You can go above or below, but you only need to sew one edge here. The length of the line is 4 times that distance. And here's this piece of leather, which he sewed himself. It's a decorative thread. Just sew this section along the hole. Sew back and finish with 2 stitches. The other piece is sewn like this. Find these pieces of leather. This is portable. This handle is to be sewn in this position. And then sew before this lateral skin. Take this handheld first and fold the middle part in half. Then count the holes before sewing. There are bar holes here. And then we start at the center and stand upright. Start sewing from the bass hole. Fold and sew like this from the bass hole. Then these holes at the bottom are sewn with the side skin. The large bag is not a hole. Count it yourself after you receive it. Look from the top hole to the bottom hole. How many are there? And then the leather is counted from the bottom up. Count how many holes and start to fold in half. The length of this line here is 4 times that of this whole line. 8 vertical holes. Start with the 8th hole. Sew up. From the 8th hole at this end all the way to the 8th hole at the other end. Just sew along the hole. Sew to the bass hole on the other side. Sew back and finish with 2 stitches. This one is sewn. The other one is sewn like this. After both are sewn, let's attach it to this lateral skin. There are also corresponding holes in the side skin. When needling here, the length of the thread should be 40 厘米. Here because the back is sewn, so we're going to connect the front lines. But don't wear these two layers of leather directly here. Wear only one layer of skin when tying needles. This needle comes out of here. Wear a layer of handles. Then wear a layer of this side skin. The first hole is connected to the hole below to sew. Then sew to the 8th hole on this side for a while. That is, when the last hole is made, it is also connected to this hole to sew. If it is large here, the length of the thread is 60厘米. Just don't sew the wrong hole when sewing. When sewing to the last hole here, still need to sew to this hole at the top. And that's it. Then the remaining few. There are two other pieces on this side. It's also like this. These two pieces are sewn like this. And find this piece of skin to hold this hardware. Here are small or large hardware. Get the screws first. Go through the inside. Then put one hand here. Take this bottom nail again. You can twist it by hand first. After screwing it on, take this cross screwdriver to tighten. Then screw on the rest. Now take out the side skin that has just been sewn. And the leather sewn with this row of decorative threads. In this order, let's sew now. The length of this line is 5 times the distance. This piece should keep this decorative line on the top. Then I sew the piece that hasn't been sewn yet. Put this bottom skin on top. Sew this section together with 3 layers of leather. It looks like this on the side. Don't go wrong with this order. Then rewind 2 stitches back to close. It's sewn this time. Then put the other side of this bottom skin. Same as before. In this order. Or do you keep the trim on? Sew this paragraph in this order as well. This is what it looks like after sewing here. These pieces of leather are combined together. Then take it out and have a big P on the front. Back large leather and back cover. So we sewed this piece. Come on, the length of this line is 4 times the distance. This small section needs to be overlapped with the large skin. The small section on the right also needs to be overlapped with the large skin. In the middle is this big skin. Just sew the decorative thread yourself. There's some overlap. Just sew it normally. After sewing this short section in front, and then there's the middle part. It's this big leather, he sews it himself. Then when sewing to this position, remember to add this small skein. So here are the 6 holes. So when sewing to the penultimate hole, to add this leather, then find this previously sewn bottom skein lateral skein, and this little strip. This small strip should be folded in half like this to be sewn. Take a look at the order. Here's the sequence. And that strip is in the middle of those 2 pieces. Put it like this. Then let's find this location. The first hole of this is connected to the bottom skein. There's a positioning hole. These 2 positioning holes, this section. Exactly the number of holes with the small strip is consistent. Then let's find out which is the corresponding big skein. First fold the bottom skein in half. Fold it in half and find the middle hole. Fold it in half and find a hole in the middle. You can insert a needle here to make a mark. Then count, how many are there from the middle to this positioning hole? This is the 16th hole. Here is this positioning hole. Corresponds to the large skein. Also looking for this location. First fold the large skein in half. Find the hole in the middle. Let's make a mark here. Then count 16 holes to the left from here. After finding this positioning hole here, so let's look at the sequence. First pass through the positioning hole of the bottom skein. And then fold that strip in half. Through the first hole of the strip. Take a look at the position of this small strip. Put it upside down. This is how the strips are placed. Then wear the big leather just now. This small strip must not be placed upside down. The first few holes here may not be easy to sew, but here in the sewing process, be sure to remember to tighten the thread. It has always been sewn with layers of leather. Then in this order, sew this little strip. I've sewn this whole thing up here. This big positioning hole here happens to be the last hole in this little strip. Then find this longer strip. Same as before, also fold it in half. Then put it here in the next hole. At this small strip in the middle of the next hole. Remember to tighten the thread at any time during the sewing process. When sewn at this corner, here are little layers of leather possible. Not easy to sew, but don't miss the leather. Keep putting it up like this. And here we are from the very beginning. And then sew here. There are not many lines left now. When there are not many threads, you can return the needle. Let's disconnect here. Sew back and finish with 2 stitches. Might not sew well at this corner. There must be no round hole here. Remember to tighten the thread. And then here it is sewn up along the hole. This is how it's sewn, at this little strip. After sewing, after this small strip is sewn, it is probably this position. Add this small strip to this position. After this small strip is sewn, add another strip just like this one. Just sew the remaining one on. When sewing to this position, here side, it's a piece of leather we sewed earlier. When sewing to the other side, remember to add this piece of skin. Don't miss this piece. After sewing this whole circle on, and it ends here, just finish. The part of the back that needs to be sewn is completed. Then unzip this zipper here. Turn the whole bag upside down. You first press from this corner position like this. Then install this hardware. Take this corresponding to these sun holes. Put a small screw here. Just screw on all 3 screws here. This can be transferred. And that's it. Then take out these 2 skins. So you hold the piece of leather like this. From this positioning hole to this seam. 60 厘米 is enough for the length of this section of line. The first needle goes in through these 2 positioning holes first. Don't add the middle layer of leather here. When sewing the second hole, let's put the leather in the middle. Then the next hole here is the positioning hole. This positioning hole is still only available to wear. Then sew 2 stitches backwards to finish. And there it is. Then take 2 60 厘米 threads to sew. This short straight line and another short straight line will do. Here is this leather. He sews it himself. This is what it looks like after sewing here. The needle is started from this positioning hole. Then keep sewing. Sew to another positioning hole here. Then sew 2 stitches upside down to end it. This side is also sewn according to this method. It's sewn on both sides here and it looks like this. Then we follow the same method. Take out this strip. Find the part where it has the same mouse. Same as before. And you clip this strip here like this, and you sew this piece. This side is also sewn. Now both sides are sewn. And then we're going to sew the shorter one. Find this little circle and go through it like this. Leave it on this side at this interface. Fold in half here. There is also a row of holes in this position. Fold them in half to sew. The length of this section of thread is 40 厘米. After sewing, sew 2 stitches backwards to finish. Leave the excess thread on the back of the leather. Find this hardware. So take this screw first. Wear it out the back. Then take this nut and screw it on like this. Same thing on the other side. Then take the small cross screwdriver and tighten it a little more. That's it. And this long strap has these holes in it. You can adjust it yourself according to your height and needs. Then find the right location. Just buckle it in like this. This bag is here.